I think some people need to realize that Akutami has planned out a majority of Jujutsu Kaisen, including Todo and Inumaki's return. With the latest chapter, a lot of people are saying, why didn't they pull off this strategy of using a recording of Inumaki long before? And the answer is quite simple, because the strength of the opponent that's affected by Inumaki's cursed speech is directly correlated to the amount of damage that Inumaki takes. We already saw this with Hanami, so imagine any version of Sukuna that is significantly stronger than the current one we have now, who's literally missing two hands. And the same thing for Todo. Why didn't he come back earlier? Which, by the way, go and get it. Thank you so much for the sponsored video. And the answer for this one is pretty simple too. They didn't know when Sukuna's domain was going to come back, which is why they had so much dialogue about the fact that his domain wasn't up and they needed to finish him off before the domain was actually restored. So if they revealed their trump card to avoid his domain expansion by revealing Todo, then Sukuna could have hid his domain. But instead, they tried to defeat him while his domain was no longer open, which is why they emphasize it so heavily. So once his domain had actually been restored, they didn't already reveal their trump card and Todo was still able to save everybody. Whereas if Todo was already on the battlefield, Sukuna would know that whenever he's opening up his domain, he needs to target certain things so that Todo can't swap everybody out, such as the crows. If you think about each and every step logically that every character has taken for the battle against Sukuna post Gojo, it all makes complete sense. Not saying by any means that Akutami's writing is perfect, because again, I still can't think of a justifiable reason as to why Gojo just didn't neg him at 15 fingers. But everything else makes complete sense, especially the reintroduction of certain characters and the tactics that they've been employing ever since they've been trying to beat Sukuna. Which also makes sense that after Todo had saved everyone from the domain expansion, Sukuna is about to open up another one. That is when Yuta actually comes to the battlefield again and actually challenges his domain expansion. Because the moment Sukuna opens up his domain, even with Todo right there, it's already stated if you are at the epicenter of the domain expansion, he does not have enough range to teleport you out. Which means Todo saving everybody was pretty much only a one-time thing now that he's on the battlefield. So everything makes sense.